inside of the options bar is a button called Refine Edge. And this lets you get to that final place of refining edge. Now there's a couple of options here, and what I suggest you do is set this on whatever looks worst. So, well, no, because then you can see the largest amount of contrast. So this looks pretty bad right here. I'm going to try it on black. I'm going to try it on white. This is looking, I can get a pretty good sense that this has a cutout feel. And then there's a bunch of options. I suggest starting with 0, 0, 0 and going from the bottom up. So I'm going to shift this edge. That's already looking better. I'm going to add to the contrast because when I did the large swath of auto select, the quick select thing, this one, it kind of, faded it a bit. Maybe I'll feather it slightly, so that just means blur the edge. Smooth just kind of is similar to contrast. Play around with it. It's just to try and get to that thing. We'll try it on white. We'll try it on black. It's just to get to that final level. We can see the original right here versus this refined thing. So, whatever you're going for. Let's go back to white. And then Smart Radius apparently just looks for the contrast between the two. Sometimes it makes it better. Sometimes it makes it worse. So these are just options you have to play around with just as that final step. Refine Edge. I'm going to say okay to this. And then I'm going to duplicate the layer. And then I am going to put a duck behind it. This looks good right here. Wait, let's actually get this duck behind it. Let's use the wand tool. Let's hit delete. You'll notice we couldn't do it because it's a smart object, just kind of reinforcing those things. Double clicked it, thought it would bring it in, thought it would help, didn't. Right click, rasterize layer, delete, and then deselect, Command D, bring it behind the statue. Clearly the goal of this right here is to get a duck behind it. I don't know. Another thing we could do is we could do the same thing with the sky, just kind of bring this sky behind it. Command 0 to bring it up right here. Put this right here, and maybe do the same thing to the statue that we did to the sign. There's all sorts of things that can be done with selection. So I just kind of wanted to show you a couple of samples of these, introduce you to Quick Select, show you Refine Edge, and just to kind of give you an idea of what lays ahead. When we get deeper into selection, we're going to be talking about things of how to go from something like this to something like this. We're not there yet. But the basic tools I gave you are the place to start. So first master the marquee tool, the lasso tool, and the quick select tool. And then we can get into some of the more interesting things, like how to select out hair.